It just needs a bumper sticker. My other car is a meth lab. But even if you're not a professional crystal meth cooking kingpin, you might still want a modern day muscle car dripping in street cred with 350 kilowatts or close enough for about 60 grand. I think I've got one right here in exactly your size. The Chrysler 300 SRT8 Core is a jaw-dropper, there's no question about that. The only thing it doesn't do is fly under the radar. I think it actually held the door open when they handed out subtle. So here's what driving one is really like. This review is also a video production challenge of sorts from a subscriber. I got asked the other day, can you shoot a full video review of a car using just one of these little baby POV action cameras? This is a Drift Ghost S, kind of like a GoPro, only somewhat slicker in terms of overall capability out of the box for about $500. So keep watching if you always wanted to review cars on YouTube, but you didn't have a spare $5 grand to drop on a proper video camera. The SRT8 Core is hotter than two rats humping in a rayon sock. In the jungle, in hell. Osama bin Laden couldn't take this heat. You can feel it too. Admit it. The SRT8 has the hot rod style roof chop and brain-bending driveline performance. You get supercar engine outputs on a beer budget with just enough grip to get you into serious trouble. It's the latest in a long line of that grand muscle car tradition of fast cars you can afford that will also kill you if you don't pay attention. It's beyond adequate in every respect. You could do a drug deal in this car and then valet it at a 5-star hotel. That's not a recommendation. Everyone knows those valets can't be trusted. This is the car Walter White drove after he became drug-dealing kingpin Heisenberg. The SRT8 has become the pop culture metaphor for Breaking Bad, both the verb and the noun. The SRT8 could be a relationship deal breaker if you live with a tree hugger. You'll certainly be off Penny Wong's Christmas list, and you just can't own one and be a friend of the Friends of the Earth. This is not the kind of car you buy if you know what a carbon footprint is. It's not the kind of car you buy if you even use the words carbon and footprint in the same sentence. It does one thing really well. It drinks hydrocarbons and it converts them to noise and forward progress. If you've got a problem with that, buy a Prius. Just a few years back, you would have had to spend 6 figures to get yourself into a 300 kilowatt car. Here, you get 347 kilowatts for a drive-away price around 60 grand. That's the muscle performance bargain of the decade. And added bonus, it's not built by Holden and Ford workers who know their jobs are dead and buried in the next couple of years. 347 kilowatts, 631 newton meters. Outstanding. Performance is rapid, and I tell you what, it eclipses grip, so you have to be really careful. It's like that old Paul Simon song, really, 50 ways to leave your lover. Except this one is 50 ways to lose your licence. All of them fast. To say it's strong in the mid-rev range is an understatement. You will fall in love with the power delivery, but overall the SRT8 is still far from perfect. I mean, Chrysler was joined at the hip to Daimler, and doubtless that's why this car feels so good, the big fat injection of Mercedes-Benz DNA. It's actually far more cramped in here than you'd give it credit for, given its exterior proportions, though. I mean, outside it's got its own postcode. It's pretty cramped in here. The Rockstar theme, very nice. But it's not going to win any awards for ergonomic excellence. Rear vision is particularly lousy. You spend 60 grand and there's no reversing camera? Hello, Houston? got a problem. Can you put me through to Auburn Hills? And the foot-operated parking brake is beyond undignified, the ergonomic equivalent of plastic surgery gone horribly, irreversibly wrong. Nice little touch of Mercedes-Benz with the analogue clock just here in the centre. That's great, but the thing I really like is this thing's got an eco indicator. Really, it does, an eco indicator just down there. And sometimes it even lights up. I love it when car designers have a sense of humour. The only eco indicator this car really needs is the metaphorical middle finger held perpetually aloft. The SRT8 bends the fabric of time and space, and it won't hesitate to slap you if it gets ahead of you mid-corner. It's the muscle car thing writ large. If you love that, you'll love the Chrysler 300 SRT8 Core. I cannot believe they managed to cram all of that in a drive-away price around 60 grand. The SRT8 Core is cool in the way contemporary muscle cars often aren't. If James Bond wakes up tomorrow morning and figures out he's American, that's the car he saves the world in. The Chrysler 300 SRT8 Core is not afraid to be exactly what it is. 347 kilowatts for 60 grand. That's only $172 per kilowatt. Amazing. Just shows you how cost effective it is to buy in bulk. This car is what happens when you thrust a traditional 1970s muscle car into the 21st century and you stick a velvet glove on the iron fist. I'm also pretty sure you can shoot a halfway decent car review with just an action camera. It's not ideal, but it will get you out of the blocks making movies. So if you want to start reviewing cars, what are you waiting for? Drop the almost 500 big ones on a drift and have a crack. For more information or to get the new car of your dreams at the lowest possible price, fill in my contact form. It's just over there at the website autoexpert.com.au.